Okay, please listen. So we have to start from pure impure function. Listen. So pure function is the function which takes arguments, which takes object argument, but does not change its state inside the function. It is call by reference, but call by reference only we do when we want to change the original. So it is call by reference because object is the past. Okay, message passing. In the message passing, object is the involved. Okay, but there is no change of state happens to the object. So that is the pure function. If you are taking the object, but taking the object and changing its state. Okay, changing its state means you are changing the any value of its attribute. So then it is called a impure function. So two type of functions, one is pure, another is the impure. Two type of functions, both take the value object, one object, maybe a student object, maybe a time object. Okay, and they do something. Pure function only refers their values. Pure function only refers. That means you can print or you can have a print if statement to refer the values. Okay, RB dot roll number. Because RB is the formal parameter. RB is an object. So RB has some attributes. Roll number, name, mark, student. So you are just referring it. But in case of impure function, the same thing happens. The parameter is a object, formal parameter, and you are doing RB dot roll number equal to you are changing. Maybe plus equal to 2. You are increasing by 2. So you are changing the value of the roll number of the object. Okay, in the first case, we are not changing it. So this is, and here as it is a function, so every function has a return type. Okay, you can give here return type void. If you are missing the return statement, return value statement, then you have to put here void. If you are using the return value statement, you have to put not void, non-void, int, dot, double, these are all. So here one example, after is a function. Okay, after is a pure function or non-impure function. Who can say? Here it is written, after is a pure or impure? Pure function. It is totally referring, not changing. But you see this increment function in page 148, it's a pure or impure? Impure function, because it's changing. Then comes next topic is function overloading. Okay, function overloading means you are overloading the name to do many work. You are telling the same name to do different work at a different time. What is a different time? Different time means your parameters are different. You are sending different parameters. So here the change will occur. So you may write number of parameters 2 or 3 or nothing. Here number of parameters is 1. In this function, pure and impure function, we are taking a parameter of a type student. Okay. So you have to change it. So that is called the signature. The signature is the portion inside the parenthesis of the function. Okay. So that can be, here it is, you can see in one parameter. It can be one parameter, 2 parameters, 3 parameters, or no parameter. That is called the number of arguments. Type of arguments, when there are 2, you can have both int or both double. You have to change the type. If you have, that is the type changing. Another is the number type, another is the order. If you have 2 different types, int double, you can keep one int double, another is the double int. So that is also order changing. So 3 ways you can change the signature, and you can have different functions with the same name. Names are same. You see here, divide function. First one is having int, second one is float. That is type changing. Okay, 2 parameters each, but change in type. You see another cday, cnight function. These 2 are different functions. They are named different, so we can't tell them they are overloaded. Okay, we can't tell them as overloaded. Okay, if that will be only C function, we can say that it is overload. Come to this page 150. This is PRNSQR function. You have 4 PRNSQR function. So they are also different in type. First one is taking int, second one character, third one float, fourth one double. This change of type. Before that you see sqar function. This is int float. But change of what is the change in both? In the both the function, only in the first one AB, int A, int B, int A float B, second one int A X float A Y. So only the name is changed. Name change is not important. It is immaterial. Okay, the variable is immaterial. Okay, the important thing is the type, order, and a number. So you can see here. So how these functions are called, you see, PRNSQR Z, page 151, Z is sent, a character is sent. So that particular function will be called. Then 13. So then integer taking function will be called. So JVM knows which one to call. Okay, you don't worry about which one to call. JVM knows it. Okay, so this is over and you have to do the exercise. Any question, I have told some students to do it. Any questions you are getting difficult in this exercise, already I have told also you do the exercise before. Any questions you find difficult, please ask me now. I will be clarified just now. Long answer or short answer, anything. Huh? 8, 7. 7 is what? Read the question. A to the power n. Okay. A. So it's very simple, the program. Okay. You have to take the value of m and n. Okay. So how many parameters? 2 parameters. Okay. First one is the int m and second one is the int n. So I am going to tell you this function. The function name is the power. Maybe we have a function in math class, power, but we are giving the name POWR. We are giving a different name. Okay. And the function naturally will return something, because if it does something and not returns, okay, does not return, then what is the use of it? Means you can't use it for mathematical calculation. If you just print the value inside and not supply it to the calling function, no need of it. So we have to do here int, because our parameter is int, our result also int. So I am not putting here void. Its return type is int. Okay, it's a non-void function. So naturally there will be a return statement here at last. In the function there will be a return statement. Okay, so some value will be give. We will give result. Clear? So what we will do here? Answer we are putting also in the answer. Okay, we start with 1. So maybe this function in the math class, POW function will be written similarly. Okay, for int I is equal to 1, I less than how much? Less than equal to n times. N times will do the power of m to the power n, no, m to the power n. So m will be multiplied n times. Yes or no? So for I is equal to 1 to n. What is to be done here? Inside answer equal to answer into what? N, m. Answer is equal to answer into m. That means n times, number of times is n. N times m will be multiplied. Okay. First, it will start with the 1, not 0. Clear? Now the result will be a. So a will be returned. But here one question was there, that the default value will be 2. That means if you don't supply, that means we can call it the power function, we can call using only one value. Only m we can send. Suppose I want the result of 6 to the power 7. Then I will supply two things, 6, 7. Suppose I want 6 to the power 2. I will supply only 6 because default value it will take 2. Okay. Then it will return 36. So how it will happen? So it is called listen. So default value can be taken in the function itself in C and C++. In the function here default value will be n is equal to 2 in C. Later in the class 11th when you will read C, you will find out 11th, 12th or in engineering, you can see that int n equal to 2 you can make very easy. Okay, but here we have more. This concept is not there. This is done in a different way. Okay, we will use the use of what? Overloading. Okay, overloading. That means we will write another function in the same name. Okay, int power. I told just now, so overloading. So same name it will be, and int m. So now we have number of arguments differ. So this will be allowed, no problem. If I will write again one int m, int n, it will not allow because the number of arguments same and type is same. So it will not allow. But now it will allow me to write another function with the same name. This is called overloading. Okay. So what we will write here? We will do one thing. We will call this function, right? Okay. We will call again this other function, the original function. Okay. What is that? Power. Okay. M will send some value, two values. Yes or no? For this function, for the first function, we are sending 6, 7. For the second function, we are sending only 6. So 2 we have not sent. So we will write here 2. So now this will call the first function. So we are calling 6, 2. Okay. Power 6, 2 in the second power function. That means m, 2. One argument we have taken, that is m, 2. So now the first function will be called and our answer will be ready. Okay. Our answer will be sent here. Now our answer will be sent to this function itself, to this very function. So I have to store it in another variable b, and I have to write return b. Okay, then it is okay now. So both the function you can make static so that in the main function we can use them directly without creating object. Understood? Any other doubt?